have something coming your way that you've been waiting on for a very, very long time. Got the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and the Six of Cups underneath. This is something you've been waiting on for a very, very long time. Please excuse my camera quality. I broke all of my cameras, my front camera, my 3 back cameras. Life be lifing. Let's see. There's something coming your way, something you've been waiting on. This is a wish fulfilled. And it might be something you've kind of forgotten about. Like, this is something that, like, your inner child really wants, and maybe you were told it was impractical, or just, like, that's not what people do. There's some very defensive energy around this from you because of, like, the naysayers and the people, 4-4 on the timer, the people who try to disrupt your stability within yourself. There are people who don't like how stable you are within yourself. They don't like how sure you are. They don't like how you figure things out, and, like, things just don't seem to be hard for you, even if they are. There are a lot of people who just don't want to see you succeed, and that's why you had to get rid of a lot of people, because your crop is about to come to full harvest. 111 on the timer. You're about to have a full harvest, and you had, I'm seeing crows, but I'm seeing like destructive birds, like birds that come in and just, like, you know, eat all the seed out of your garden, or, you know, mice, rodents. I'm seeing the mouse card in Lenormand. I'm just really seeing that there is Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. You are ready to go. You are ready to go. You could have gotten, like, an insurgence of, like, discipline or energy. It's a very fiery energy, and now you're ready. You're ready to continue to do the work. And, you know, this is because you've been doing the work, but you're ready to keep going. Life may have put you on your ass a little bit, but you're going to keep going. For example, yesterday we had, okay, first off, I've been in a heat wave, not barely surviving, but, like, there was a day where it was like 115. It was crazy. And as you know, me and my son are traveling full time until we can afford a camper. And last night we had one of the craziest storms, like last night and the night before. And my tent is completely broken. 222 on the timer as I say that. Completely broken. This is our storage tent. It's fine. But this is, like, our bathroom tent, because if you've ever seen a camp bathroom, you already know what time it is. So things can be chaotic, but it does not mean that they're going to stay chaotic. This tent is broken. I've got broken tent poles. I'm going to take some tape. I'm going to find some sticks. I'm going to make the best out of it until I can leave this campsite, until I can buy my camper and actually have a stable place for me and my son. You kind of just have to roll with the inconsistencies. You have to roll with the chaos. You cannot let it stop you. It's like in a video game when they're sending all those boulders down the hill and you have to, like, hop out of the way of the boulders. You're not going to let it crush you. You're going to hop out the way, watch that shit pass, observe it, be like, oh, that fucking sucks. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep going. Because if you stop every time life sends you something that's mildly inconveniencing you, you are going to be, when you get something positive that's overwhelming, you're going to do the same thing. Instead of just being like, all right, this is what it is, I'm going to handle it, I'm going to regulate my nervous system, and I'm going to get the thing done. 333 on the timer. That is the skill that you have been mastering. That is the skill that you have been working on these past couple of years. And now you finally get to enjoy the fruits of that later. You are not going to be, and I'm not saying you'll never have, like, a sad moment, or you'll never cry, or never feel overwhelmed. I feel all those things right now. I've been crying and screaming and cussing and shitting and pissing, whatever it is. I'm upset. I have every right to be upset, but it doesn't mean that I just can't keep going forward. You can't give up. You can't give up, even when life feels like, okay, well, this is too hard. I'll just go back to the Matrix. I'll just go back to, I promise you, the Matrix won't take you back. The Matrix is not going to take you back. You've already seen through the illusions. They're not going to just be like, oh yeah, come back in. You're not going to disrupt anything. You're not going to awaken anyone. Yeah, come back in. It's fine. You've already seen through those illusions. There's no going back. And I'm seeing, oh God, it's so cold. It's 63 degrees. 63. It was 115 like a week ago. About a week ago. So, and this coat is not even clean, but it's okay. It's my only winter coat. And it got so cold in the car. Also, my car is dead and I can't roll up the windows. And it's 63 degrees outside. I can't run my car. I can't turn the heat on. I'm done with this car. and like yesterday we spoke briefly about, like, bridge manifestations. I believe my car is a bridge manifestation because I've always wanted a camper, but I was in a very toxic living situation and I wasn't able to just leave. Like I didn't have anything. And so like I had to get a vehicle. Okay. I got tents. I picked them up from Goodwill. That tent that broke was $8. The other one was 15. I really, lucked out. Spirit was looking out for me to give me what I needed for this. And now it's like, okay, the car is broken. The tent's broken. Shit, I feel broken. And that just means that change is on the way. I broke 2 pairs of glasses. I broke 2 dishes. What else did I break? Like things have just been breaking around me. And this is like the breaking of your old life. Like things are shattering quite literally because it's time for them to go. Even if it's things you just got. Sometimes we only experience things for a short window in order to like satisfy something within us. For example, I always wanted to, when I had my son, I lived in a townhouse. Loved my townhouse, 555 on the timer. But I wanted to experience like, okay, maybe I want an apartment because when I lived with my mom, I experienced what it was like to live in a house. I didn't really like, well, I don't know if I didn't like her house. Her house had mold. And I believe that mold has a spiritual meaning behind it. There was a lot. I don't know if you've ever seen the Smosh Try Not to Laugh episode where Angela Garantana is the mold queen. And then they make a reference back to Resident Evil where they're like, grief is mold. They said it so jokingly, but why is that so true? Why is that so true? There was so much anger, grief in that house. It was also like a number 7 sign, so a lot of isolation, a lot of introspection. I didn't care for that. I didn't care for that house, minus the mold, minus the neighborhood, minus the person I lived with. And so I got to experience that. I crashed with a friend for like a month, and I got to experience what it was like to live in an apartment. I don't like that neither. Okay, I got to experience what it's like tent camping. I don't like that. I'm going to experience what it's like to have a motorhome. I'm going to experience what it's like to have that kind of freedom and stability in one. Sometimes you go through things because there's a part of you that always wanted to experience them, whether it's positive, whether it's unhealthy, it doesn't matter. Your body's like, your mind, your subconscious, your spirit's like, yeah, I want to try that. And so you get to have these things. And when they leave, that means you're done. You've learned the experience. Same with people, 717. On the timer. Same with people. When people come into your life and they leave, you got out of the experience what you were meant to get out of the experience. And now it's time to move on to the next experience. 727 on the timer. A lot of you have a lot more mental clarity as well. Like, yeah, you're seeing through the illusions, but your heart space is a lot more open and receptive. We've got the Page of Wands and the Page of, the Page of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. You have really, it's like you're opening up your heart. You are more receptive. I feel like when you used to receive, you used to have like this initial pushback. Like, I have been taking donations to try and get this camper. Now, I am a parentified eldest daughter. I pretty much had to raise my younger sister. My mom was emotionally unintelligent, and she would, you know how it goes. They start telling you things no kid should know. 808 on the timer. Start treating you like an adult. Then you become older and you act like that adult. Now it's a problem. It is so hard for me. It still is sometimes so hard for me to ask for help, to ask for assistance, to ask for what I need. And Spirit has placed me in a position where I have no choice but to ask, because that is a wound that I have to get through. Why am I more unworthy to receive than someone else who receives more? Like a billionaire who gets free shit. Why are they more worthy than me, a struggling single mom recovering from CPTSD, fibromyalgia, PCOS, like so much stress and trauma? Why am I less deserving? I'm not less deserving. That is a mental code. That's one of my programs from the Matrix that I had to uninstall. And so Spirit has placed me in a position where I have no choice but to ask for assistance, to ask for help, to ask for opinions, to ask for guidance. I have no choice because it's not. When I was younger, I've been in a situation before. I lived with my dad. He ended up kicking me out when I lived in Florida, but I was by myself. And, choosing to leave my mom's place and the place I went to kind of fell through. It's just kind of like, I am in the same position again. Different circumstances, but I swear I've learned my lesson, and I will never let it affect my kid. I will never let it, my ego is completely to the side. I think that's what the whole point of this is. You get to a point where you realize your ego is not protecting you, it's keeping you trapped in a box. That protective ego that you created at such a young age to keep you safe from people who weren't safe. Okay, you are a safe person. You don't need to keep yourself safe from you. And And that's a lot of time what the ego does. It'll pick out aspects of your personality that, people got on you about, and like, oh, don't do that, that's too weird. Oh, don't do that, that's too weird. Okay? We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be othered. At 10:01 on the clock. You don't need that anymore. Because you were already othered. You were meant to be other. You were meant to be different. You're not meant to be like everybody else, babe. You're just not meant. 10, 10, 10, 11. You're not meant, okay? This whole universe is shifting in a new paradigm where you get paid based on your vibe. You get paid based on your love, based on your capacity for receiving, based on how much you replenish yourself, how much you pour into yourself. The whole working hard for money, it does not compute anymore, especially as, light workers, people who are more in tune spiritually, intuitively. You were never meant to work hard. You can work diligently for your passions, but like clocking in at a 9 to 5, doing something that gives you no purpose, it does not fulfill anything within you except fulfill the bills that you have. It's not going to sustain you. It may sustain you financially, but even your finances are a mirror of your internal state. Even if you have a lot of money, where's that money going? 111 or 1111. Where's that money going? How's it being invested? How is it affecting you? Because I worked in corporate 1117 and I hated it. I made hella money. You know where the most of that money went? Weed, fast food like DoorDash, shopping because I was sad. I'm telling you, those golden handcuffs, they can only keep you so long before you realize none of this stuff is actually making it better. The paycheck don't make it better. And so, yeah, I feel like a lot of this collective is going through that right now. I've had a lot of people like, I'm still working my 9 to 5 and I hate it. Yeah, that's your body, your subconscious mind telling you hey, this is not for us. We're out of alignment. And things will continue to go wrong the more you're out of alignment. Even if alignment feels like chaos. I'm in a campground at 6:30. It's 63 degrees outside. My dog and my kid. My dog. I have a dog. Why do I have a dog? I'm allergic. No one knows that. I'm severely allergic to dogs. I get hives. I can't breathe sometimes. He's pretty chill, but he does need a bath. You just never know what moving in alignment is going to look like. And that's why, especially if you're intuitive, you don't really see your own future. I'm clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairaudient. Almost all of my clairs are pretty much online, 12:30 on the clock, so 1, 2, 3. I've been doing the work to get them, but spirit likes to hide things from me about my future, because if I knew what I had to go through to get there, I wouldn't do it. If I knew leaving my mother's house, no matter how toxic it was, she was throwing my things away, saying horrible things about me to people. I wasn't allowed to use the washer or the internet during certain times or at all. And she would purposely try to sabotage me when I would get on live to work. She would stand in the darkness. I'm talking weird shit. 1303. And so it was horrible, and I felt like I can't take it anymore. But if I had known that I would be here, I would have stayed, and that would have been out of alignment. 1313. And so sometimes spirit, we go through horrible things. It's you said to follow you, and I am, and now what? This is what? Because there's something greater on the other side. This is your purge period. This is my purge period. Everything that I brought in with me from my old life, even through this transition, is gonna have to go. All my stuff is ruined by the storm, rain, whatever else is in there. The only thing that's dry pretty much is my son's stuff and our food. And so everything is being stripped away. The car is gonna have to go. Hopefully I lose some weight. All this is gonna go because something better is going to be given to me. And that's what's happening for you too. I know it feels like everything's falling apart, everything's breaking, especially after this full moon, depending when you're watching it. Also, eggs are significant. I'm seeing an egg. A woman in an egg. There must be some significance there. But also, I suggest doing an egg cleanse. I did an egg cleanse and literally it revealed all the people in my life who weren't really for me. That's significant for somebody. You've got some snakes in your grass, babe. You have some people around you who say that we've got the Lovers here, and the 8 of Cups, and the Empress. You gotta walk away. You're not dumb. You see through people's illusions. Yeah. You see through it. You're good at setting boundaries, but some people you let get past the boundaries because you love them. That's not love. You don't love people who you let hurt you. Okay? That's not love. That's familiarity. That's fawning. 444. Okay? Everybody can get it. Anybody can get it. It don't matter if they're your mama, your daddy, your sister, your uncle, your cousin, your friend, your grandpa, your grandma, little Jimmy from down the block. It doesn't matter who it is. They can all get it. The Emperor. We have the Emperor and the Empress coming out. You are in such divine alignment. Keep going. 1505, okay? 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Don't focus on what's falling apart right now. I know it's easier said than done. 1515. Don't focus on that. You've got some beautiful things waiting right on the other side. They're not sandy, gross in the water. Perfectly pristine. But you're so focused on this. This, I guarantee you, is going to be way better than this. Way, way better. It just looks like it's not. And like, yes, this is 3 cups versus 2. You know what these cups are full of? This cup could have been full of piss. Okay? And this one could be full of like ambrosia of the gods. You don't know. You're so focused on this because it's what you had, it's what you're used to. And this could be 10 times better. Okay? A little tarot lesson for you. Don't focus on what you don't want to happen. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Everything will get better. Like if you've been watching my videos, you know how a raccoon stole my shoe. One of my friends come by when she gave me this dog that she wasn't gonna get. Like, so the dog was from a breeder. He was like a little stud dog. He's a King St. Charles Cavalier. I don't know. He's a bougie ass dog. He's like $5,000 dog. My bouginess knows no bounds. But I don't really care about dog breeds. Obviously, I'm allergic. Like, I don't care about none of that. But he was going to go back to the breeder because my friend could not take him because her dog was too aggressive because she's like big, big Akita. And so she was just dropping by at my campsite to like say hi, check in on me, see if I was okay. And she just had the dog. And the moment I saw this dog, I'm like, I have to take him. I have to take him. He came with all his food. He came with everything. Why? Like, and it was in alignment. I know it was. Spirit's like, you're going to take this dog. Before she even got here, Spirit's like, you're going to have a dog. I'm like, no, I'm not. I have a kid. I have a toddler. That's a dog enough. No offense to my child, but like potty training? Mm-mm. But this, he's 5. He's already potty trained. He wears a diaper inside just in case. Like, he came with all his stuff. And he's brought me a lot of peace, which is crazy because I'm not a dog person, really. But you don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm so sorry. I think I'm just ranting, but you just don't know how life is going to pan out for you. Even if you feel like you have a lot on your plate, you are gaining something, but also losing something that's going to take a lot of burden off of your plate. And so, like, initially it might feel like, okay, you put way too much on my plate. You put way too much. You didn't take nothing off. Okay, now you took way too much off my plate. Like, bitch, breathe. Breathe. Spirit has got you. Okay? It's going to be okay. It's all going to pan out. It can literally only go up from here. I know I'm not the only one going through very similar situations. I've been reading my DMs. I'm sorry I can't reply to them all. I've been reading the comments. I know this entire collective is in this purge period. We are in this purge. I am praying it does not last much longer. Also, we're in a Saturn retrograde. And depending on the time that you're seeing this, there's just a lot of shit going on. A lot. And we just had that buck moon. No. What was it? I don't know. We just had a crazy moon. And it seems like that confirmation from Spirit. So a lot of you are still being affected by that, depending on when you see this. And you just kind of have to run with the energy. Try to keep pushing forward. Just try. It's going to be okay. Is there anything else I need to know, Spirit? She wants me to pull something that's going to be a little bit more inspirational, a little happier. What they need to know, Spirit? I'm so cold. I have to go back in the car. My windows that don't roll up. That's a lot. We'll leave it there. This Hierophant really wanted to come out. I kind of ignored it last time. The Emperor. Oh no, the Empress. The Moon. 3 of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune that tried to roll away. 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords. You've seen through the illusion. You've made the decision. Keep following the path. It is going to pan out. We've got the 3 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Literally, things are turning in your favor. You're going to be celebrating. You may not be celebrating right now. I know. But you're going to be celebrating. It's going to be okay. Things are working out in your favor for you. I'm hearing, like, you have your royal court. You have your guides, your ancestors doing so much work for you. I keep hearing royal. know, this moon card, I never noticed the shadow in the water. You and your shadow come to terms with each other. You're no longer swayed by her. You're no longer like swept up into the BS. Like, oh well, this is just how I feel. It's what it is. Not the King and Queen of Pentacles coming out together. You're doing the damn thing. You're about to be paid. When I say you're about to be paid, you're about to be fucking paid. That was random. You're about to be paid. 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. The sooner you focus on what you want and not what you lost, you will get more of that. Focus on that money. Focus on moving. Focus on that career. Focus on the love you want. Show that love to yourself. Whatever it is you're trying to call in, focus on it. Now is the time. We're not going to lose focus. Everything is going to work out for you in your highest good. I think we're going to leave the message there. I love you guys so much. Oh my god, I'm monetized. Hey, YouTube, I'm monetized. So thank you so much for watching this video in full and liking, commenting, sharing, all the things. It really helps me. I am still saving for my motorhome. I have $3,730 left to save. And I'm trying to get there by the end of the week. So if you'd like to make any type of donation or book with me, all of those details are at the link in my, the description for my link tree. Any amount helps. Thank you guys. I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be fine. It was 21-21 as I said that. It's gonna be fine. I love you guys so much. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna make it. It's gonna get better. I promise. I'm literally psychic. You have to trust me. Okay. I love you so much. Bye.